where you belong.
Abby, Martha, go upstairs!
There's no use doing what you're doing because it will just have to be undone. I tell you, this is our house and we won't have it. All right, you'll see. You'll see whose house this is. You better stop it right now. Hasn't Mortimer come back yet? No. It's a terrible thing to do. To bury a good Methodist with a foreigner. I will not have my cellar desecrated! We promised Mr. Hoskins a full Christian funeral. Where do you suppose Mortimer went? I don't know, but he must be doing something because he said to Jonathan, "Just you wait, I'll settle this." Well, that's all we want settled, what's going on down there, and he can't very well settle it while he's out of the house.
All right. Now, where's Teddy?
Mortimer, where have you been?
Oh, I just went over to Dr. Gilchrist's office. I've got his signature on Teddy's commitment papers.
Mortimer, what's the matter with you? Running around getting papers signed at a time like this. Do you know what Jonathan's doing? He's trying to put Mr. Hoskins and Mr. Spinozzo in together.
Oh, yes, is he? Well, let him. Is Teddy up in his room?
Teddy won't be any help.
Once he signs these papers, I can tackle Jonathan.
What have they got to do with it?
You had to go and tell Jonathan about those 12 graves. If I can make Teddy responsible for them, I can protect you, don't you see?
No, I don't see. And we pay taxes to have the police protect us.
I'll be back down in a minute.
Come, Martha, we're going for the police.
All right, the police. No, you can't go to the police.
Well, why not?
Because if you told the police about Mr. Spinozzo, then they'd find Mr. Hoskins, and that might make them curious. And then they'd find your other gentlemen.
Oh, I'm not so sure they'd bother. Why, a policeman would have to write out a very long report. And if there's one thing a policeman hates to do, it's to write.
Well, you can't depend on that. It might leak out. And you can't expect a judge and a jury to understand.
Oh, Judge Coleman would. We know him very well. He always comes to church to pray, just before election. And he promised to come to tea someday. Oh, we need to speak to him again about that. His wife died a few years ago, and it's left him very lonely. Well, come along, Martha.
No! You can't do this. I won't let you. You can't leave this house, and you can't have Judge Coleman over for tea.
Well, if you're not going to do something about Mr. Spinozzo, we are.
I am going to do something. We may have to call the police in later, but if we do, I want to be ready for them.
You've got to get Jonathan out of this house! And Mr. Spinozzo, too.
They'll be out, I promise you that. I've got to see Teddy. Now go to bed, will you?
Mortimer, if you're not going to do something about Mr. Spinozzo, we'll call the police.
Will you please let me do this my own way? Please, go to bed. And for God's sake, get out of those clothes. You look like Judith Anderson.
Well, that's a relief now, isn't it, Abby? Yes. I suppose if Mortimer's actually going to do something about Mr. Spinozzo, this means that Jonathan's gone to a lot of unnecessary trouble. We better tell him. Oh, Jonathan, you might as well stop what you're doing.
It's all done. Did I hear more?
Well, it's just going to have to be undone. By this time tomorrow, you're all going to be out of this house, Mortimer's promised.
Oh, is that so? Then you and Aunt Martha can go to bed and have a pleasant night's sleep.
Yes, come, Abby.
Good night, Aunties.
No, not good night, goodbye. By the time we get up in the morning, you'll be out of here, Mortimer's promised. And he has a way of doing it, too.
Then Mortimer is back.
Yes, he's upstairs talking to Teddy. Good night, Jonathan. Goodbye. Good night, Jonathan.
Perhaps it's Mortimer you'd better say goodbye to.
Well, you'll see Mortimer.
Yes, I'll see Mortimer.
Oh,
That's all fixed. Smooth like a lake. Nobody even knows they were down there. That bed feels good already. 48 hours we go without sleep. We go up now, Johnny.
You're forgetting, Doctor.
But
My brother, Mortimer.
But Johnny, we do that tomorrow, or the next day.
No. Tonight. Now.
Johnny, I'm tired, and tomorrow I got to operate.
Yes, Doctor, you're operating tomorrow, but tonight we take care of Mortimer.
Johnny, please.
Doctor, look at my face. You can see it's going to be done, can't you?
Sure, Johnny. I know that look.
It's a little too late for us to dissolve our partnership.
All right, Johnny. But we do it the quick way. It's a quick twist, like in London.
No, Doctor, I think tonight calls for something special. I think perhaps the Melbourne method.
Johnny, no, not Melbourne. Not me. 2 hours. And when it was all over, the fellow in Melbourne was just as dead as the fellow in London.
We had to work too fast in London. There was no aesthetic satisfaction to it. But Melbourne. Ah, Melbourne. There was something to remember.
Remember, I wish I didn't. No, Johnny. Not Melbourne. Not me.
Yes, Doctor. Where are your instruments?
No, Johnny.
Get your instruments.
No.
Where are they? Oh, that's right. You hid them in the cellar. Where?
I won't tell you.
I'll find them, Doctor.
Don't do that, Mr. President. I cannot sign any proclamation without consulting my cabinet. But it's to be a secret proclamation. A secret proclamation? How unusual. Well, Japan mustn't know until it's signed. Japan? Those devils! I'll sign it right away! You have my word for it. Yes, let's go and sign it. You stay here. A secret proclamation must be signed in secret. But at once, Mr. President, I'll have to put on my signing clothes.
Shoo get out now, yeah?
No, Doctor. I'm waiting for something.
Trouble, yeah? Shoo get out.
Doctor, I have nothing against you personally. In fact, you seem like quite a nice fellow. Take my advice and get out of this house and get just as far away as possible.
Far away as possible. Yeah, shoo go.
All right. Don't say I didn't warn you.
I'm warning you. Please, get out of here.
Things are going to start popping around here any minute.
Look, Johnny's in a bad mood. When he gets like this, things happen. Terrible things.
Jonathan doesn't worry me now.
Don't those plays you see teach you anything?
About what?
Well, at least people in the plays seem to have some sense. That's more than what you have.
Oh, that's it, is it? You think people in plays act intelligently? I wish you had to sit through some of the ones I had to sit through! Take the little lupus I saw tonight, for instance. In this play, there's a man. He's supposed to be bright. He knows he's in a house with murderers. He's even been warned to get out of the house. But does he go? No. He stays right where he is. Now I ask you, Doctor, is that what an intelligent person would do?
Sure, asking me.
He doesn't even have enough sense to be on guard, to be frightened! For instance, the murderer invites him to sit down.
You mean, why won't you sit down?
Believe it or not, that one was in there too.
And so, what does he do?
Well, he sits down! Now, mind you, this fellow's supposed to be bright. And what do you think they used to tie him up with?
What?
The curtain cord. Huh.
The curtain cord seems pretty convenient to me.
A little too convenient, don't you think? One of the playwrights going to use some imagination. The curtain cord.
And he doesn't see him get it.
Well, see him? He had his back to him! And that's the kind of thing we have to sit through night after night. And they say that critics are killing the theater. It's the playwrights who are killing the theater. So there he sits, the big dope, just waiting to be trussed up and gagged.
You were right about that fellow. He wasn't very bright.
Now then, Mortimer, what do you say we finish the story? Mortimer, I've been away for 20 years, but never once in all that time were you out of my mind. In Melbourne one night, I dreamed of you. And then, once I'd landed in San Francisco, I felt a strange satisfaction. For once more, I was in the same country with you. Now then, Doctor, what do you say we go to work?
Please, Johnny, for me. The quick way.
Doctor, this must really be an artistic achievement. After all, we are performing before a very distinguished critic.
Johnny, please.
Doctor!
Okay.
All ready for you, Doctor.
I got to have a drink first. When we came in this afternoon, there was some wine somewhere. Where did your aunt put it?
Pull yourself together, Doctor.
It is. There's only a little left. I split it with you.
Hold a moment, Doctor, please. Where are your manners? You see, Mortimer, I realize now, it was you who brought me back to Brooklyn. And now, Doctor, to my dearly departed brother.
Oh, God!
Damn that idiot. He goes next. That's all there is to it. He goes next.
No, Johnny, not Teddy's. That's where I draw the line.
We get to Teddy later.
We don't get to Teddy at all.
Now we have to move fast.
The quick way?
Yes, Doctor, the quick way.
No.
Hey! The colonel's gotta stop blowing that horn.
We're taking the bugle away from him, officer.
There's gonna be hell to pay in the morning. The whole neighbors can't do that anymore.
We'll handle it, officer. You can have a good night.
I better speak for myself. Where are the lights? Hey, you stood me up. I waited an hour at Kelly's for you. What happened to him?
Well, he was telling us about a play he saw this afternoon, and this happened to a fellow in the play.
Did that happen to the guy in the play?
Mm-hmm.
See, they practically stole that from the second act of my play. From the second act of my play. You know what? I better begin at the beginning. It opens in my mother's dressing room where I was born, only I ain't born yet. Oh yeah. No, you gotta hear the plot. There she is, making up scene, when a guy with a black mustache walks in, turns to my mother and says, "Mr. Tour, will you marry me?" He doesn't know she's pregnant. There she is, lying unconscious across the table in her lingerie. The guy standing over her with a hatchet. I'm tied up just like you are. The place is an inferno of flames. It's on fire. When all of a sudden, through the window, in comes Mayor LaGuardia. Hey, go easy on that. Remember who paid for it.
Well, I'm listening, aren't I?
How do you like it so far?
Well, put Johnny to sleep.
Let him alone. If he ain't got no more interest in that, he don't get a drink. All right. It's been 3 days later. I've been transferred and I'm under charges. It's because somebody stole my badge. All right. I'm walking my beat on Staten Island, 46th precinct. When all of a sudden I figure out the guy I've been following, he's really been following me.
Don't let anybody in. So I figured I'd outsmart him. There's a vacant house on the corner. I goes in.
There's cops.
I stand there and I watch the door handle turn.
Johnny, it's cops. It's cops.
I pulls my gun out, braces myself against the wall, and I says, "Come in!" Hello, boys.
What the hell's going on here?
This is Mortimer Brewster, Pat. He's gonna help me write my play. I'm just telling him the story.
Did you have the time up to make him listen?
Joan, you better report at the station. Whole force is out looking for you.
This send you here for me?
We didn't know he was here.
Came to warn the old ladies there's hell to pay. The colonel blew that bugle again in the middle of the night.
From the way the neighbors have been calling in about it, you think the Germans have dropped a bomb on Flatbush Avenue?
Lieutenant's on the warpath. Says colonel's got to be locked up someplace. Yes! Yes!
Gee, Mr. Brewster, I gotta get running along, but I can run through that third act real quick.
Stay away from me.
Say, do you know what time it is? It's after 8 o'clock in the morning.
It is? Gee, Mr. Brewster, I know the first 2 acts run a little long, but I don't see anything I can cut out.
You can leave it all out! Hey, who the hell is this guy? That's my brother! The one that ran away so he came back?
Yes, he came back.
This is Brophy, get me Mac. John better know we found you. You tell the lieutenant you can call off a big manhunt. Yeah, we found him. Yeah, here in the Brewster house. Alright, you want us to... We'll stay here. Lieutenant's on his way over.
So, I've been turned in, eh? And I suppose you and that stool pigeon brother of mine will split the reward? Reward? I've got some turning in of my own to do. You think my aunts are sweet, charming old ladies, don't you? Well, there are 13 bodies buried in their cellar.
Teddy?
What the hell are you talking about?
Better watch your see about your aunts. They have to be friends of ours.
13 bodies, I'll show you where they're buried.
Wait a minute.
Prove it to you. I'll show you. Come down to the cellar with me.
Oh yeah.
You don't want to see what's in the cellar.
Go on down the cellar with him, Abe.
I'm not so sure I'm gonna be down in the cellar with him. Look at that puss. He looks like Boris Karloff.
What? Just get off me! What do you think you're doing?
Well, what do you know about that?
Come in.
What the hell are you two men doing here? I told you I'd handle it.
Well, sir, we was just about
What
to...
happened? You put up a fight?
Nah, listen, the fellow blows a bugle. That's his brother. Tried to kill Klein.
All I said was that he looked like Boris Karloff.
Turn him over.
We kind of think he's wanted somewhere.
Oh, you think he's wanted somewhere? If you boys can't read the circulars at the station, at least you can read True Detective. Of course he's wanted somewhere. In Indiana. He escaped there. He's a lifer. That's how they described him. He looked like Karloff.
Oh yeah, was there a reward mentioned?
Yeah, and I'm claiming it.
He was trying to get us down in the cellar.
He said there was 13 bodies buried down there.
13 bodies in the cellar? And it didn't occur to you that he was from some nut house?
I always thought he talked kind of crazy.
Oh, it's Shakespeare. Where have you been all night? And you know what? You don't need to bother to tell me.
I've been right here, sir, writing a play with Mortimer Brewster.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have plenty of time to write that play. You're suspended. Now go back and report in.
Can I come by sometime and use the station typewriter?
No! Get out of here! And you two, get him out of here. See what you can find about his accomplice. His accomplice? The guy who helped them escape? He's wanted too. No wonder the force is in the shape it's in. With flatheads like you. 13 bodies in the cellar?
But there are 13 bodies in the cellar.
Who the hell are you?
I'm President Roosevelt.
What the hell is this?
Oh, that's the fellow that blows the bugle.
Oh, good morning, Colonel.
Well, Colonel, looks like you've blown your last bugle.
Dear me, another yellow fever victim. What? All the bodies in the cellar are yellow fever victims.
No, Colonel, this is a spy we found in the White House.
Will you get him out of here?
Oh, if there's any questioning of spies, that's my department.
You stay out of this!
You're forgetting. As the President of the United States, I'm also the head of the Secret Service.
Oh, Captain, I'm Mortimer Brewster.
You sure?
Yes, I came to talk to you about Teddy, the fellow who blows the bugle.
We ain't got time to talk about that, Mr. Brewster. He has to be put away.
Oh, I quite agree with you. In fact, it's all arranged for. See, I've signed his next of kin, and Teddy signed his commitment papers himself, see?
Where's he going?
Hackdale.
I don't care where he goes as long as he goes.
Oh, he's going, I promise you that. But I want you to know that everything that's happened around here, Teddy's responsible for. Now, about those 13 bodies?
Yeah. The 13 bodies. It ain't enough that he's terrifying the neighborhood with that bugle of his, but now he's telling some cockeyed story about 13 bodies in your cellar? And now a yellow fever scare? Cute, ain't it?
13 bodies of mine. Do you think anyone would believe a story like that?
You never know. Some people are just stubborn. They don't know what to believe. Like last year, there was a murder rumor in Greenport, and I had to dig up a half-acre lot just to prove it.
Will you excuse me?
Good morning, Mortimer.
Good morning, darling.
This is Mr. Witherspoon. He's come to meet Teddy.
To meet Teddy.
Mr. Witherspoon is the superintendent of Happydale.
Oh, well, come in, come in. This is Captain.
Lieutenant Rooney. I'm glad you're here, Super. He goes with you today.
Today?
Not today.
Now, darling, I have some very important business to attend to, so you run along home and I'll call you up.
Nuts.
I had no idea it was this meeting.
The papers are all signed. He goes with you today.
Complete insubordination! You men will find out that I'm no mollycoddle! When the President of the United States is treated like this. What's this country coming to?
That's your man, Super.
Now, just a minute. Teddy, I have very good news for you. Your term of office is over.
Is it March the 4th?
Practically.
Let's see. Oh! Now it's time for my hunting trip to Africa! Well, I must get started immediately. Is he trying to move into the White House before I've moved out?
Who, Teddy?
Taft!
This isn't Mr. Taft, Teddy. This is Mr. Witherspoon. He's to be your guide in Africa.
Bully! I'll bring down my equipment. When the safari comes, tell them to wait. Goodbye, Aunt Abby. Goodbye, Aunt Martha. I'm off to Africa. Isn't it wonderful?
Cheers!
Good morning, darlings.
Oh, we have visitors.
This is Lieutenant Rooney.
How do you do, Lieutenant? My, you don't look like the fuss budget all the policemen say you are.
Oh, and you haven't met Mr. Witherspoon.
Oh, Mr. Witherspoon, how do you do? You've come to meet Teddy.
He's come to take it.
Now, darlings, the police want Teddy to go to Happydale today.
Oh, no. Not while we're alive.
I'm sorry, Miss Brewster. He committed himself and he's going with the superintendent.
We won't permit it. We promise we'll take the bugle away from him. We won't be separated from Teddy.
I'm sorry, ladies, but the law is the law. He's committed himself and he's going.
Well, if he's going, then we're going too. Yes, you'll have to take us with him.
Well, why not?
Well, that's
sweet of them to want to go, but I'm afraid it's impossible. You see, we can't take sane people at Happydale.
Oh, Mr. Witherspoon, if you'll see that we can go with Teddy, then we'll put Happydale in our will and for a very generous amount.
Oh, Lord knows we could use the money, but I'm afraid.
Now let's be sensible about this, ladies. Here I am wasting my morning when there's still things to do. You know, there's still murders to be solved in Brooklyn.
Yes. Oh, there are?
Yeah, and sooner or later we have to go to the trouble of digging up your cellar.
Our cellar?
Yeah, your nephew's been claiming there are 13 bodies in your cellar.
Oh, but there are 13 bodies in our cellar. Now, if that's why you think Teddy has to go away, then you come downstairs with us and we'll prove it to you. There's one, a Mr. Spinalzo, who doesn't belong there and who will have to leave, but the other 12 are our gentlemen.
Now, darlings, I don't think that the lieutenant wants to go down in your cellar. He was just telling me how just last year he had to dig up a half-acre lot. Isn't that right, Lieutenant?
That's right.
Oh, but you wouldn't have to dig here. All the graves are marked. We put flowers on them every Sunday.
Flowers. Superintendent, do you think you could find a nice room for these ladies?
Well,
Well, Teddy committed himself. Can't they commit themselves? Can't they sign the papers?
Why, certainly.
Well, if we can go with Teddy, we'll sign the papers. Where are they?
Yes, where are they?
He's coming around, Lieutenant.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Klein.
Good morning, Mr. Klein. Are you here too?
Yeah, Brothy may have your other nephew out in the kitchen.
All right, I want to get this all wrapped up, Superintendent. 13 bodies in the cellar?
I'll sign right here.
Oh, and you here, Aunt Abby.
I'm so looking forward to going. The neighborhood here has changed, so.
Just think of front lawn again.
Oh, we're overlooking something.
What?
Well, we're gonna need the signature of a doctor.
Oh, Dr. Einstein! Come over here, won't you? We'd like you to sign some papers for
I
us.
think I'm just going to.
You can sign a few papers for us. This is Dr. Einstein. At one point last night, I thought the doctor was going to operate on me.
You leaving, Doctor?
I think I must go.
Aren't you going to wait for Jonathan?
I don't think we're going to the same place.
Come on, Lane. Stick around, would you?
Don't worry, I'm going to.
Hello, Mac. This is Rudy. We found that guy that's wanted in Indiana. Now, there's a description of his accomplice on my desk. Can you read it to me? Thanks, Mac. About 5'6", 150 pounds. Speaks with a German accent, poses as a doctor. Thanks, Mac.
It's all right, Lieutenant. The doctor here is completely sick.
Thanks, Doc. You're really doing Brooklyn a service.
Mr. Brewster, can you sign now as next of kin?
Oh, yes, of course. Is right here all right?
Yes, that's fine.
And that makes everything complete. Everything legal?
Yes.
Oh. Well, aunties, it looks like you're finally safe.
When do you think you'll be ready to start?
Well, why don't you go upstairs, Mr. Witherspoon, and tell Teddy just what he can take along?
Upstairs?
Oh, well, I'll show you.
No, Mortimer. You stay down here. We want to talk to you. Yes, Mr. Witherspoon, just upstairs and to the left. Well, Mortimer, now that we're leaving, this house really is yours. Yes, we want you to live here now.
No, Aunt Abby. This house is too full of memories.
But you'll need a place to stay when you and Elaine are married.
Now, darlings, that's very indefinite.
Oh, it's nothing of the kind. Mortimer and I are going to be married right away.
Mortimer, we're really very worried about something.
Oh, now, darlings, you're going to love it at Happydale.
Oh, no, that's just it. We don't want anything to go wrong. Will they investigate those signatures?
No, don't worry. They're not going to look up Dr. Einstein.
Oh, well, it's not his signature, dear. It's yours.
You see, you signed as next of kin.
Well, of course. Why not?
Well, dear, it's something we never really wanted to tell you, but now you're a man, and it's something Elaine should really know too. You see here, you're not really a Brewster. Your mother came to us as a cook, and you were born about 3 months after that, but she was such a sweet woman and such a good cook, we didn't want to lose her, so Brother married her.
I'm not? Really? A Brewster?
Now, don't feel badly about it, dear. And Elaine, it won't make any difference to you.
Elaine? Did you hear? Do you understand? I'm a bastard!
Well, I really better see about breakfast.
Oh, don't worry about that. Mortimer's coming over to my house. Father's gone to Philadelphia, and we're going to have breakfast together.
Oh, yes, I can use some breakfast. I've had quite a night.
Well, in that case, I should think you'd want to get to bed.
Oh, I do.
One moment, Witherspoon. Take this with you.
No need for the wagon. My car's out front.
Oh! You leaving now, Jonathan?
He's going back to Indiana. There's some people there that want to take care of him for the rest of his life.
Well, it's nice to know you have someplace to go. We're leaving too. Yes, we're going to Happydale.
This house has seen the last of the Brewsters.
Unless Mortimer wants to live here.
Can I make a suggestion? Why don't you turn it over to the church?
Oh, we never thought of that.
After all, it really should be part of the cemetery.
All right, let's get going. I'm a busy guy.
Goodbye, Aunties. I can't better my record now, but neither can you. And so the score stands. 12 to 12. Get him!
Jonathan always was such a mean boy. Never could stand to see anyone get ahead of him. I wish there was a way we could show him he isn't so smart. Mr. Witherspoon, does your family live with you at Happydale?
I have no family.
Oh, well, I suppose you consider everyone at Happydale your family.
I'm afraid you don't quite understand. You see, as head of the institution, I have to keep quite aloof.
Well, that must make it very lonely for you.
It does, but my duty is my duty.
Well, Martha, if Mr. Witherspoon won't join us for breakfast, I think the least we can do is offer him a glass of our elderberry wine.
Elderberry wine?
We make it ourselves.
Of course. Yes. At Happydale, our relationship will be more formal. But here, you don't see much elderberry wine nowadays. Starting to think I had my last glass of it.
Oh, no. No. Here it is.